This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to WCFL DolFans Talk. Hope everyone's having a good morning today. It's a wonderful weekend. It's a beautiful morning out here in Brooksville, Florida. I have no co-host at this point in time, so it's just me. I'm sure Johnny O or Hall or one of them will be joining us in a little bit. So today's game, 1 o'clock at Buffalo against Buffalo. Dolphins have received trade inquiries for defensive lineman Calais Campbell. I can't see us trading him. I mean, I can, but I can't. With the injuries we have on defense right now, we need every good man we have, and he's one of the better ones. There's several teams in the market for a pass rusher, so it's possible they could consider Campbell, who is more of an interior pass rusher option. I've seen him play interior and outside linebacker, and he's done a great job for us, really. There's a reason he's been in the league for 17 years. They have it, he's 38. Of course, they have him here as 28, which is, if he was 28, we'd be paying him a lot more than the $2 million we're paying him.
Yeah.
The Bills have activated outside linebacker Von Miller after he served his 4-game suspension. Two best trades the Dolphins must make before the 2024 NFL trade deadline. Heading into the 2024 NFL season, it seemed like a foregone conclusion that the Miami Dolphins would be buyers at the trade deadline. Sure, there's no guarantee any team makes a trade, as an average, roughly half of the teams don't make a deal on or before the deadline once the season starts. But the Dolphins were expected to be an incredible competitive division and would surely need some additional midseason firepower to get them where they wanted to be at the end of December, January, and ultimately February. Unfortunately, reality hasn't shaken out that way for the Dolphins. 2024 really hasn't shaken out that way for the Dolphins. It's a mess. With some fans openly wondering if it would make more sense for Miami to sell off current assets with future ones in the name of talent evaluation. I'm not seeing that right now. I mean, some of our guys are getting paid way too much that probably don't want to take up that contract. What should Miami do? Should they trade away some of their big names in order to give young guys shots, acknowledge that their season hasn't gone as planned, and opting against throwing bad money at good money? Or should the Dolphins say screw it and embrace the spirit of competition and really go for broke in 2024? Acquiring an elite player to put their team over the top, even if they've already have a pretty big hole to dig out of. That decision and the fallout around it will all but certainly go on to define the season right large. Number one, trade Jalen Ramsey to the Rams for an unconditional fourth round or a conditional fourth round pick. I don't know about that, but he hasn't had the best year. It's actually one of his worst years. Fresh off of some impressive play, I dropped the link, Johnny. Try it again. Yeah, I think we all wish we were tailgating Michael winners. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard and their links these days. Let me drop it on Facebook. There we go. Dropped it on Facebook now. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to do any trading. Trade a conditional third round pick for Devin Lloyd. If the Dolphins decide they want to be buyers instead of sellers at the trade deadline, one of the positions they should seriously consider upgrading is linebacker. Why? Because David Long, their weak side linebacker over the past 2 years, just so happens to be the lowest rated off-ball linebacker in the NFL. Coming in at 80-80 with a rating of 37. Now, granted, maybe this is just a case of a small sample size impacting his overall production, as Long has only played 282 defensive snaps so far this season. But considering he was just average in 2023 with a 62.5 rating from PFF, ranking 56 out of 82 linebackers, it's clear Brooks just isn't a very good player. With every team having at least one and most likely two linebackers who are better than he is. Fortunately, there are a few options potentially in the market. Johnny O.
What's up, brother? Once again, I couldn't get it. StreamYard wouldn't let me in. I've been trying for the last 15 minutes.
I don't know what's going on with them. Good
Yeah.
morning, Hooked Up Joe. I might have to look at some other streams and stuff. We'll see.
Yeah. I'm trying to get in. I'm hitting copy, and it won't copy and paste. It just says copy link. You try to enter that, it just says link. It won't come over the StreamYard thing. So that's why I said drop the link, and it finally worked on like the third time.
good fit for what the Dolphins like to do, including Devin Lloyd, the former first-round pick of the Jacksonville Jaguars out of Utah State, standing 6'3", 235 pounds with long arms and impressive rangeness. The PFF grading system has been far more kind to Lloyd in 2024. With the third-year pro having a 75.9 overall grade, 64.5 pass rush rating, and an 83.3 run defense rating, 8 out of 154 qualifying linebackers, and a 64.1 coverage rating. Lloyd can play either linebacker position in a 3-4 defense and remain on the field in the defensive sub-packages, and could actually used as a weapon in Anthony Weaver's defense instead of being deployed defensively while Jordan Brooks gets all of the glory. Talking about possible trades. If we trade or for a pick, or if we offer a pick for this guy Devin Lloyd.
Well, I think after today's game will tell us a lot whether they're going to sit or try to. If we win, we might be trading to try to get guys to help. If we lose, we might be trying to trade guys and gather more draft capital.
Yeah, and that's one of them they're talking about. If we lose, Calais Campbell.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I just don't know about that. He's one of the better things we have right now. But it depends on what they're looking at as far as future-wise for things going on.
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to get for him? A fourth, fifth? You're not going to get anything, high up in the draft. Nobody's going to give it a second for Campbell, even though he's playing very well.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it doesn't really say. It just says that we've received trade inquiries on them.
Yeah, I read that last night, saying that at least 2 different teams have called to ask about him, but
yeah. What's up, Joe? Good morning, my brother.
Good morning. Yeah, I wanted to chime in on the Calais Campbell thing.
Go ahead.
Hold on a second. Let me shut my. Okay. I just didn't want to have an echo there.
Yeah.
The guy came to us instead of going to other teams that he could have went to because he felt like he could win a championship here. He also took a discount to come play for us.
Yeah.
And he's the type of guy that's serious. I mean, he flies in people to work on his body, and when he's and has special equipment and does everything right to be still in the league, and it shows with him on the field. So while I'd hate to lose him, if we're in a season where we are going to lose, there's no way we're going to make it, then it's kind of the right thing to do for him is to let him go to somewhere where he has a chance to win the big one.
Yeah. And
it's also, you think about future, there's also the future of other players wanting to come here, and it makes us a more palatable place to go when we're player friendly like that.
Well, and that's where I got to reiterate on that. Because going over it and even talking with a lot of people from other teams that I've talked with lately that are into football a lot, I honestly think McDaniels has lost the locker room somewhat. I mean, things just aren't going. And you listen to what's up, Mr. Winters?
What's up, Winters?
Fins up.
I got my other gift from Russell on today.
Nice.
I just think McDaniels has lost the locker room somewhat, and you listen to some of the comments some of the players are giving in interviews and stuff, and They're talking the talk, but not showing the. It's just words coming out of their mouth.
Thank you. You said it perfectly. You said it perfectly, Paul. Because I watched some interviews yesterday, and I'm just like, I don't feel comfortable, and I don't feel confident. What's up, Michael Winters? I just don't feel confident. I want us to upset the world. I want us to beat Buffalo in Buffalo. I want us to sit there and be back to that team that was scoring 30 plus points. I want us to sit there and nut up or shut up. Like that's what I need from this team right now, because this game right here could really change our season. If we miraculously find a way to win this game, this boosts our confidence, our ego, and might turn our season around.
Anything's possible, and like I was saying last night, I think a 2-5 team is more dangerous than a 6-2 team.
Agreed.
Right, because every game's a playoff game already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, I think after this week we win, we might be trying to move guys or add pieces to help us. If we lose, we might be trying to get somebody like a Calais Campbell. You get a fourth or fifth round pick, like Joe said. Let him go somewhere where you got a chance to win a ring, and show that we are player friendly.
And get a lotto pick, a lotto draft pick.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to get a fourth or fifth round pick for him, and his contract's not big, so any team out there that's in contention can afford him.
Yeah. We're only paying him $2 million.
Right. There's not a team out there that can't afford to add a Calais Campbell to their roster for $2 million.
That's a steal.
I mean, it's a steal for him because he's actually had a very good year as far as I'm concerned.
Very productive.
Him and Sealer are probably the two guys that have played the most consistent all year.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's quite obvious Sealer was missed last week.
Oh, absolutely.
He'll be missed this week, too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Out of the list, Julian Hill, Howland, and somebody else that's not playing today, too, along with Sealer. Sealer will be the missing link.
Kohu.
Yeah, KK's out.
Yeah. And I like Kohu, but the dominant factor of that list is Sealer.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Without a doubt. He's been I think if he was in the game, we would have won the last one.
I think we all agree on that. Good morning, Kevin Davis. So how you doing this morning, Winters?
Listen, any day what you always say, any day above ground is always a great one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For that. And I feel good with a nice crisp 55-degree temperatures here in Philadelphia. I'm kind of happy it's a little chillier up here because we need that cold air. So, and thanks to the hour back, I feel crisp. I feel alive. So I got that extra hour sleep. So,
well, I have a clock that automatically resets itself, but it's always a day late with daylight savings times. And I wasn't paying attention. I got up. I'm like, okay, it's 6 o'clock. I get out of my chair, and no, it's 5 o'clock.
Well, the wife and I went to breakfast this morning, like we do every week when I'm home, and the place was packed today because everybody's up early and ready to go. And there was a lot more people than there normally is that early Sunday morning.
Yep. Well, it's at least at 7 a.m. It's daylight out now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the problem is it's going to be dark here in the Northeast at 4:30, 5 o'clock, which is rush hour. Everybody's driving home in the dark.
Yeah, we're because I'm on the west side of the state. It'll be 5:30 or so.
Might as well get used to it, Johnny.
Oh, I know. I mean, we can't do anything about it, but it doesn't make sense to me.
No, I agree with you.
Have the extra hour in the morning of daylight instead of the afternoon.
Man.
Out. It's funny because out in Arizona they don't have a time change.
No.
And I remember My bedroom faced the east, but I would remember sunshine coming in my bedroom at 5:30 in the morning,
Mm.
and because I lived out there for 3 years in Tucson,
Hmm.
and so when you're get to that point where it's summertime and it's 5:30 in the morning, you got sun coming in, like okay, it's a little early for this.
What do
My
we
cat
win?
already
What's the
adjusted.
stuff that's in the guard?
Mm.
What's that? What's that, Winners?
What do we do to win this game today, gentlemen?
Run the
Hey.
ball 45 times.
That I was going to say, as Johnny said last night, run the ball 45 times
I'm not mad at that.
and rotate between all three players, not just between two of them, really.
Which I'm not understanding why. I don't understand why we got a powerhouse as a rookie that needs to be unleashed. And they need to unleash him this game.
I mean, if they unleash him, I think he would have a chance at Rookie of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a little late at this point, too, right now.
Unless he was like the difference maker or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, which he could be.
Mm-hmm.
But when they're only playing him one or two plays a game, he's not going to perform anything.
Right.
yeah, one game he was the best performing. I believe he was the best performing running back on PFF on a week. One of them weeks.
Yeah, the week that Chan was hurt and they actually gave him the ball, and yeah,
Yeah.
It's like, how can you just say, I'm going to just go away from that?
well, Mike tends to do that all the time. Go away from the run. Indianapolis second half didn't run it as much. Last week didn't run it as much in the second half.
Are they adjusting in the second half and coming up and trying to play a different game, trying to keep us from running like that? Are we?
I mean, if they are, then you should be hitting a lot more stuff over the middle, 5, 7, 10 yards down, because they're all up. And we don't seem to adjust to that.
Yep. Talking about that the other day on Ace Per Head, which is Curtis. He does great breakdowns, and I was talking to him about that. It's just
Dave Gunkel thinks Daniels from the Commanders is going to get Rookie of the Year.
Well, right now, yeah. I mean,
Oh my God! After last week, what the fuck, yo? What the hell, man?
yeah, you ain't lying. I mean, yeah, it's a Hail Mary, but it worked and they scored and they won. So the whole object of this is to win, put W's up there.
John, you should.
well,
I think you should have seen myself, Paul, and Russell's face when that shit happened, because we were like, "What the fuck did we just watch?"
we were all in the room watching that game, and all of a sudden it just like boing catch. It's like what?
like,
holy shit!
I said the same thing. I was sitting on Holly's couch and we were watching, and Holly's like, I'm going to go take a shower. And she left. And it was a minute later they did that. And she comes out later. I'm like, you went and took a shower too early because Washington won a damn game. She's like, you're kidding me. I said, no.
It was, I mean, I think everybody watching it was saying, holy shit.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's Hail Marys don't work at a high percentage, but,
But that, I mean, for him to have the inkling to stand back and hope it was bounced back at all or bounce in any direction near him. I mean,
great play by the receiver. He saw everybody going forward and he just waited.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
And they said that ball was in the air for 65 yards.
And if it had gone for 70, it probably would have been intercepted or knocked down because it would have been in the end zone and it was short and everybody came out to try to tip it, knock it down. And
yeah.
I mean, we gotta wait and see what happens today, because you never know, because we all know how this league is. Anything is possible any week.
absolutely.
Jets beating Texans.
Yeah. Cleveland
I was a
beating
little surprised
Baltimore.
by that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was surprised by that.
Well, that, and like you said, Johnny, Cleveland beating Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
After Baltimore went off the week before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, it's like we say, any given Sunday, the worst team can beat the best team.
That AFC North is, like I said, it's one of the toughest divisions in football. It really is.
And I mean,
That division, it really come down to like the last game of the season, literally.
I mean, how gratuitous would it be for the Dolphins to give Buffalo their first loss of the season?
That would be nice.
In more ways than one.
You
Well,
know,
Buffalo's lost 2 games already.
mm-hmm.
But they're just their main loss against a losing team like this and everything.
A real loss, not a getting beat, because they're expected to win.
The last time the Miami Dolphins have beaten the Buffalo Bills in their home is 2016. It's been 8 years.
We're due.
So it's time. It's
Keep
definitely
Josh
past
Allen off
due.
the field. Run. Time of possession. Just eat it up.
Because he has some toys to play with now, and Armani Cooper is looking great for them.
Oh,
So,
it's still, I guess, Amari Cooper's still questionable for today's game, from what I heard last.
Usually, when they say questionable, usually that means they're going to play. They're just waiting until the game time. Just to
Yeah.
mess with fantasy football people. That's what they're doing.
They have, an hour before game time, I think, or 2 hours before game time?
11 o'clock, 2 hours.
Well, real quick, let's go ahead and a couple minutes early do our commercial break.
What's up, y'all? This is Chef Jew. Looking for a great chef for your next catering party, private party, office party, etc. with welcome watering meals and desserts? Let Chef Jew Catering and Sweet Treats take care of it for you at an affordable price. Call me at 786-804-8096. Also reach me at chefjewcatering@gmail.com. Direct message on Facebook and Instagram at Chef Juice Catering. Chef Juice Catering and Sweet Treats. Food with a passion. We do it all.
Chef Jew, Miami-Dade, Palm Beach area. Good. Get his sweet treats and good eats.
Mm-hmm.
Hooked Up Joe, why don't you let everybody know where they can watch on the stream today if they can't get the game on their TV?
Yeah, you can go to the Facebook group that's called Forever Fins Fans, and we always post the link there. That's where Pam always posts it in the so Forever Dolphins Fans Facebook group. It's all uppercase. If you join that, you can get the link, and I can post it here, and you can repost it. Actually, that's what I'm doing now. Is I'm setting it up. I got it all set up now, so that's what it is. So I can post the link. There's not enough people here for it to matter, but I could post it in the private chat, and you can share it with anybody you want to. That's where it'll be at.
Okay.
In the private chat, and you can share that wherever you want. And I think in future weeks, that's it. We've been moving it around, but I think I found a good place for the stream. Last week, I kind of got hit on bandwidth, so I moved to a whole new server that has a better bandwidth cost. And I went through like 250 gig worth of bandwidth. Yikes. So
it's easy to do.
Yeah. When you got 150 people, that was just with 150 people too. So if we got 300 people, that could amp up. So but we did good. We had 150 people, and didn't have a lot of people chatting, but that's okay. a lot of people are on their phones, you know, and it's hard to chat.
There's one of the puppies.
Oh,
Hey, everybody. That's Quincy.
What's his name?
Quincy.
Quincy. Well, my neighbor out in front of me got 2 donkeys, and they're his, not hers. He wanted them, and they're called Itsy and Bitsy.
And then that's the other one. That's Hannibal.
Hannibal.
Too cute.
I went ahead and posted the link for this game on YouTube and on Facebook.
All right, cool. Yeah, I was always having a hard time with Dofu. It always you know, it'll send you to a stream that lasts for about 20 minutes, and then the stream's going down, and I had to go get another one. It might be different now, but Dofu was not an enjoyable experience for me. So,
yeah, it's a hit and miss. I use Dofu sometimes, and it's like a hit and miss. Some days you'll get good, and it doesn't interrupt you. Don't try to use a YouTube stream. I tell people that because it is going to cut off. It's just too perfect, and if it's too perfect, it will cut down. It will get shut down, or they'll shut it off. So,
if you want to, if you're in the Brooksville area, Spring Hill, Crystal River, Hernando Beach area, and all, you want to come join us? We'll be at Opinion Sports Bar and Grill in Brooksville from 12 o'clock until the end of the game. We'll have raffles going and everything.
What's up, Mike? What's good with you, brother?
in fact, I'm going to drop because I want to prep up a little bit more for the stream.
All right, it's always good to see you, Joe.
Fins up.
Peace, love.
Brother.
So how's work going this morning, Saul?
I can't even complain, dude. I mean, it's smooth sailing. It's the weekend. Usually the weekends are really like chill. Plus my manager's on vacation next week too. So it's going to be a good week. So I'm just doing what I got to do. I'm going to probably, after I'm done the podcast, go in there, knock out some stuff, try to knock out my solid bar before the game starts. And if the game is already on, I'll just have the game on while I'm doing my solid bar and then do little hits and misses here. The key thing for me is just trying to stay awake here when it's dark as hell outside at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because shit, I don't get off until 7. So, and I'm going to be honest with you, and that's the only thing I don't like about it. 7 o'clock feels like 10 o'clock now. So, yeah.
Johnny O, good to see you in Indianapolis, Kevin Davis said.
Yeah, I met Kevin in Indy. Nice guy.
Good morning, Raphael Courtright.
My man, Raphael. What's going on, Raphael?
Mike Sherrod, I hope you're taking care of yourself, brother.
Absolutely. He's been doing this thing on TikTok, folks. If you guys are on TikTok, check out Mike Sherrod. He is one of the most hated Dolphin fans on TikTok, but he keeps it 100 and keeps it real, and I like his concept. And if you want to sit there and talk Dolphin football with him, go on in, man. He always has a live forum on TikTok. And shout out to the TFTG guys also. I was on their Insomnia show this morning while I was getting ready for work. So I was sitting there talking to Crypto and Shake Money and those guys, and shout out to those guys. Shout out to El Capitan and Caller, and shout out. I seen you had Pete's Take on there because I was in my seats for the wrestling match, and I seen that you guys had Pete on the show yesterday.
And he was actually being quite, for the first time, he was on the positive side of things.
Well, his name said Positive Pete. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
He's never been positive as long as I've known him.
Yeah, we had Pete on yesterday. We had Tim on last night, so it was good to have a couple new faces. And
yeah, it was a good show last night.
Mm-hmm.
It's always good when you get new faces on and people, you know, that come on every once in a while and stuff like that.
Yes, you know, that's what keeps the show going. That, you know, you have to have some new flavor once in a while. on the shows and stuff like that and different perspectives. And that's what I love about our show. What I love about our show is we can get people with different perspectives and different feelings and different things like that. So, yep, yes, he was. I was talking to Crypto because me and Crypto talked for a good half an hour on the show, and I know when I signed off, it was about 5:35. So, and I know Shake was like, "I'm about to take my butt to bed," because those guys were up probably since I want to say 3 o'clock this morning. So they were up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Crypto is driving to Buffalo on Insomnia.
Yeah, yep. He sure enough was. He said because he said he wasn't even in New York yet at that time. So he's actually going. I think he's actually going to the game too.
Yeah, Jedediah is up at the game. Bob, Chris, and Carol are there.
Yeah.
I believe Sean Livingston is there.
Mhm.
We got a lot of people that represent the Finns, and some of them live up that way. Like Sean lives up that way. So,
Oh, I mean, I'm glad for all those people that represent and can travel like that and everything.
Hell yeah.
I got enough, on my plate as it is, where we have hotel room in 2 weeks
Mm-hmm.
for the Raiders game, and then again for the New England game. There'll be my granddaughter and my wife will be at the New England game. The Raiders game will just be me and my wife.
Right.
But my granddaughter gets to go to the New England game because she'll sit with Nana and I'll be sitting up with Paris.
Nice.
So,
and then you get to go to Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, no, right after that, I get to go on my cruise first. And then I get to go. Yeah. Then we come back to the Jets game, and then we go to Houston.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we won't be there at 7 o'clock in the morning for the Jets game, but we'll be there tailgating.
Nice.
We'll just be parking in yellow parking and walking over and sit with you guys over in orange parking and stuff, and tailgate with you guys whenever we get there, because we got to get off the boat and then get to the hotel and get our car from there.
It's all about having a good old time, man, and you're doing it, and yourself too, Johnny O. You guys sit there, you know, people got to understand that it takes a lot of money, patience, and time that we sit there and put out for these Miami Dolphins because we love this team. This is a lifestyle. People don't understand that this is a lifestyle, you know. And I wore my jacket that Paul gave me, and people were looking, and I'm like, yo, they don't understand. Like, this is a lifestyle. Doesn't matter if if you're Eagles fan or whatever, or however, when you love your team, when you not only just regular season, when you talk about your team 24/7, at least sometime during the day, and you sit there, this is a lifestyle. This is not, it's no games at all. So people don't understand. You have fans and you have people like ourselves that we're committed to this. I think we're bigger than the avid fan, literally. We love this.
Tampa Dolphin Rod. Sorry, Winners. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Tampa Dolphin Rodney, good morning. Any mention of Dolphins organization's new website, Fan Club Finder, the pod? I haven't heard anything about that. I know nothing about it.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Davis.
I think it's something going on around. I think it is something going around. I seen something about a week and a half ago. I didn't really. I think I think Chris Barker was the one that posted that actually. So I think it is something like that where you can go on there and you can find the different fan clubs from all over. So.
Well, I thought they already had something like that because I know that's how Zach Thomas found Allie's club. Was he went somewhere and found it, and that's how he found it last year,
right?
Or the year before, whenever he went.
It was last year he was there.
Yeah, last year. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Back in the day, I know Solo D and those guys, they had something like on the Miami Sports Music where they had a club finder back in the day. And that was years ago. So,
Well, yeah, I mean, Miami needs to have something on their webpage like that to find all the clubs, so people who might be new to the area or something can find where they can go to watch the watch parties and stuff.
Or even if they're traveling, if they're on vacation, or they're not home, they want to find somewhere to go watch it. If they have that, they can find where they're at.
right.
Yeah.
And when we know probably most or all of the club leaders and where they're at and what they do. And I mean, I don't care if you're in California, Vegas, Philly, there's Florida, it doesn't Atlanta, there's somewhere to go and watch the game with other Dolphins fans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Texas, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia.
Yep.
Because I mean, think about it. Me and you, Paul, we talked to the young lady that's ahead of the Charlotte fan club, and she already said that they're in the works of things already for next season. Because we're going to Charlotte next season. We play Charlotte and Charlotte next season. We've already been in touch with somebody from the Falcons. I know they're going to have something, but I know somebody in Atlanta. I know we're going to probably have something up there for that. So I'm already excited for the next season already on what games I'm deciding on be able to go to and stuff like that. But I'm excited already, and I mean, knowing that we haven't got through this season yet still, but, I'm excited for what the future holds.
And same thing for me, but I got to wait and see what comes out where, because I'll be gone just the first 3 weeks of November. So,
right. So, yeah. So,
and it's going to be interesting.
mm-hmm.
I know Atlanta. I want to go to Atlanta, but it's going to depend on when that game falls.
Right.
I know you want to go to Atlanta, Winners.
I want to go to Atlanta. But I already know, first things first, I know for me, March or April of 2025, I'm going to Massachusetts to go see Russell, and we're going to see the Sixers and Celtics up at Boston Gardens or TD Garden. So that'll be the first thing I do for next season or for next year already, and then be going to Leo and Paul's wedding in Columbia. So then after that, then I can start putting my I'll be looking to see what games also in May. I'll be looking to see what games I'll be going to also. So yeah. Yeah, I know the Dolphins they're going to be playing in Spain. I'm thinking that's what it is looking like.
Yeah. And it, there's a lot of ifs, ands, or buts on that. When what time of the year they'll play for that. I think the way it seems like a lot of them played in this year. A lot of them played in September, October.
Right.
Well, I'm sure the NFL has an agreement with whatever stadiums, whether it be the UK, Germany, Spain, Brazil, Mexico, whatever. They have an agreement with the stadiums on what weekends they can use it. So,
yeah, I think, Kevin, we all have to wait till the schedule falls to see how it's going to work out. It's going to be interesting, especially for me. Doll might end up with a couple weeks over tickets.
Hey, like I said, you just let me know, brother. We'll see how the schedule lays out, and we'll go from there. Hey, look, trust me. I definitely don't mind going to Florida in November. You think that's a problem? That is not a problem at all. Shoot.
We basically have 15 minutes left, folks, this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Have any questions, shoot them out at us. You want to join the panel, come on up. The link's out there.
And thanks to the people that are watching on all the different platforms, and thanks for the likes, and definitely please like and subscribe to the podcast. We definitely appreciate the support, and thank you guys. So I just want us to show that we have some type of urgency in this game. I'm praying You know how you look and you're kind of sitting there hoping that you don't see what you think you're going to see. That's my feelings this morning on the Miami Dolphins in this Bills game. As much as I am praying that I don't want to see us get our asses whooped up in Buffalo, I just hope and pray that this team has some type of tenacity or energy about it to sit there and know that this is our season right here. I hope that is the case. Like, I didn't even watch Mic'd Up this week. And there's nothing against Tyreek Hill. I love Tyreek Hill. But I'm not trying to hear none of that shit without the victory. I'm just not. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's just what the fuck it is. I am to a point with this whole team, not one player, two players, this whole team. Get your heads out your fucking asses and fucking play some fucking football. Like, what the
Well,
fuck?
Raphael is asking if OBJ will get a catch this week. Honestly, I could care less.
Yes, I second that. I'm to a point. He's sitting there. I could still run 20 miles an hour. I can still, bruh. I ain't seen shit. The guys
Yep.
are not playing you that tight. They're playing 5 to 7 yards off of you, and what the fuck? Like,
Yeah,
you're
yes,
absolutely
Papa
right.
Smurf. The game is at 1:00 today, Papa Smurf.
Yep.
You know, you're right. You're right, Mike. Show fight. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just to a point right now with this team. What Miami Dolphin team are we going to get today? Are we going to get the team that sat there and put up 27 and they lost by 1? Are we going to be playing against are we going to have the team that sat there and shit the bed at home against Buffalo week 2? Like, which team are we going to get?
We need the team that does not stop running the ball after halftime.
Well, yeah.
Special teams need to make plays. I agree, Kevin.
I agree that all parts of the aspects of this team needs to start making plays, and they need to do it with urgency. I don't know if you need any more urgency than what you have right now. You're 2-5, you're 8%, you have an 8% chance of making the playoffs. I don't know if you need any more urgency than that. And this is for everybody, coaches involved as well. Wake the fuck up, because this ain't it. 2 and
I'm
5 is
trying to
not
wake
what we
up.
signed up for. Yeah, I know. Yeah, me too. Oh, it's 16% now. Well, I'm like this, bro. I don't like that percentage.
No, it's
I
not
don't.
16. It can't be 16%.
It can't be 16%.
Last I saw, it was only 8% if you're 2-5.
Yeah. And so, I mean, I like the extra 8, but
Yeah.
it just
If we win, it might go to 16%,
agreed. You know,
which still ain't great.
Raphael, I said the same thing. Raphael said the same thing to everybody here at work. I said the exact same thing that you just said. And the Jets are getting better also. Yeah. You know, happy game day.
Dennis Cockerham.
Yeah. So I'm just really right now with this team. I love them. I love them to death, but y'all got to show me something, bro. You got to show me something, because this ain't it. This ain't it. You was wondering why my face was the way it was when I was sitting next to you, Paul, and you was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm just waiting for the shoe to drop," because I just had that feeling.
Yeah.
Oh, once the safety happened, I think we all had that feeling.
It was before the safety. It was before the safety. It just
It was. It was.
you know how you just, Johnny O, you know, just like Paul know. You know how you just get this intuition about this feeling like, yo, we're winning the game, we're up by 10. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. And sure enough, I was like, here we go. And I just was shaking my head. I was shaking my head. You know, the worst nightmare that I could have thought what was going to happen happened. We lost by 1 with no time left on the clock. So, and because and I'll say this, me and Finn Evil had conversations not just on Q Billy show, but just when we were all at fan club weekend this past weekend, and we literally talked, and I was just telling him, I was like, bro, I just got this eerie feeling. I don't know, and he'll tell you, Like I just told him, I said, I want us to win, but I just don't feel it. And when I feel like that, 9 times out of 10, it usually comes true. I want to be proven right. I mean, I want to be proven wrong. I want to be proven wrong every time I say a negative or constructive point on this team. I want to be wrong. I don't want to be right. Nobody wants to sit there and speak on things that's into fruition and they actually come to fruition and it's not a good thing and it results in a loss. Nobody wants that. I don't want that. I want us to win. I want to be proven wrong. I don't want to be proven right. So,
Well, I mean, I even did, like I said last night, told Johnny, I did my little reverse psychology. I bet against the Dolphins.
oh, you bet against the Dolphins?
Yeah, a whopping $3 bet.
Oh shit! You remember what happened the last time you did that?
We won. We won. That's
Sorry.
why I did it.
Shit, if somebody told me I could bet $3 every week, I'd bet against them every week.
Definitely. I just want us to win. That's just what it comes down to. You know what I mean? Straight up. I just want to win like everybody else. Because losing like this, nothing feels nothing. You don't feel good at all. And especially as Buffalo. Oh. You know. So we shall see. Because what's crazy is if we lose, that means that if the Jets, because the Jets playing this week too.
Well, the Jets won Thursday night.
Oh, my bad. They want that. So they're off. So that means if we lose, we fall behind the Jets.
Yeah.
And you still got to worry about the Patriots, because if the Patriots win, we might not be behind them because we beat them the first meeting, but still, we still got to face them at home in a couple weeks.
Well, if the Patriots win, we would be behind them because they would have 3 wins.
Right.
So that means we can be all the way in last place before the end of this week.
Yeah,
we could be in last place. I'm happy I'm at work because I could definitely go for a shot right now. Seriously, man. Seriously.
as we say, that our team drives us to drink.
And other things.
And other things.
Oh, man. But I love you, brothers. I appreciate you guys. I'm looking forward to seeing what this game is going to look like. At 1 o'clock, I'll be here at work. I know if anybody's on this, not just on the panel, but anybody's watching, I know that the TFTG, they are going to be going on after the game today. So they will have an open forum probably after 4 o'clock. So if you guys want to sit there and go over there, y'all can sit there and holler at them. Please keep continuing to support positive Miami Dolphin content creators all over. Shout out to every single one of them. And we have a show tomorrow also at 5 p.m. So we'll be talking about hopefully Victory Monday tomorrow. If not, we will definitely have a lot to talk about, and I can promise you that. So, hey, Maria.
Hi, Maria.
What's up, sis? She must be on her way to work.
Yep. I believe I sent her the link this morning. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, she's probably on her way to work.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, Kevin, no problem, Kevin. We appreciate the support, brother. Thank you for coming in and showing us support, man. And we appreciate everybody that gives us support every week. You know, we do this because we love doing what we do. That's what it comes down to. You know, we enjoy this. And I know I can speak for myself, and I know I can probably speak for the other 2 gentlemen here. Is we love this, we enjoy this. We don't really see this as work. This is something that we enjoy and love to do. So
Maria's going to the stadium.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I think today they have like a watch party at the stadium down there.
Nice.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
Because I had an email about it and all. I'm like, I got to do my own watch party. I don't have time to travel all the way down there.
I'm surprised they don't do that for every away game.
Yeah, well, that's all up to Ross and stuff. So
Listen, you can open the lower bowl, have concessions going, charge them $5 to come in and park. People will show up,
yeah,
Mhm.
and you make some money on a Sunday where there's nothing going on.
yeah,
Absolutely.
I wonder if it's inside or outside. It's probably outside the stadium.
Maria's saying they're doing a picnic.
Okay.
yeah. It's a whole picnic thing that they were doing, but they were supposed to have the watch party afterwards and all. So. Any last words? Anybody?
Just everybody, thank you for watching. We appreciate you guys and ladies that are watching today. Looking forward to the show tomorrow, 5 p.m. WCFL Dolphins Talk. Johnny O, Papa Paul, Ethan Steve, Tom O'Gara, Pamela Dolphin, and Crazy Dolphin. Shout out to all of them and to everybody that comes up on our platform. We appreciate you guys. I'll be seeing you soon. Let's pray for a victory, and you already know what the saying is. Peace, love, and fins up.
Yeah, yep.
Everybody have a great day.
Maria's saying it's on the field they're doing it and stuff.
All right.
So
That's cool.
everyone, yeah, if it wasn't for the watch parties, I might have made my way down there. You know me. I'm willing to take the punishment of driving 5 hours. Other than that, everybody have a wonderful, blessed day and fins up. Peace, love, and fins up, brother.
Guys. Later.
Have a good night.